so special is the walk underneath the grandstands. It's the gladiator coming into the Coliseum.
That's a perfect description, Rich, and that's why this hole is unlike any other hole in the PGA Tour. The atmosphere that the players feel on that tee, they cannot prepare for, they can't experience anywhere else. This is a once-in-a-lifetime par 3.
And when you look at it from up high with the blimp view, it sort of appears as though they've dropped Fenway Park or Wrigley Field right into the desert. And this is a sellout crowd. I mean, this is 20,000 fans, and there's nothing like it. There's not a single hole in golf that has more fans on it than the 16th here at TPC Scott. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Frank, 16 was fun. 17 is always exciting here at TPC Scottsdale.
You've got to be careful because that water that sort of goes around the left side of the green, if that ball's coming in with a little bit of hook, it's just going to keep going left. There's the one bunker you really have to focus on. That's the one in the middle of the fairway. 280 will carry that. Chances are the ball can run onto the green. It takes a brave man really to try and fly this ball all the way there. It's not really needed because there's always another 10 or 15 yards of run. Factor that in. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
That's not
too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. But it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank looks like maybe the greatest bunker player of all time right there.
Well, he's making a name for himself today. You could certainly put him up there with Gary Player, Severiano Ballesteros. That was just a great bunker shot.
Did the job right there. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second-round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. Set in the Sonoran Desert and surrounded by the majestic McDowell Mountains, we're at the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for today's event. Frank, when you think about the TPC Scottsdale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The golf course has been radically changed in 2014, but it still hasn't lost its luster. Really, it's just been updated like the game itself for these young, strong players of the modern era.
Frank, par 4 first, relatively gentle start to the round.
It is, Rich. They've taken out the desert that used to limit the players to a drive of about 300 yards. Now, really, you can hit it as far as you want, but you have to be straight. The bunker down the left certainly makes the players respect this opening hole.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Teed up here at the par 4 second. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
This hole has been lengthened in 2014, some 30-plus yards. Bunkering down the right has also changed, making this drive a little bit more important now. You can't just blaze away over the hill. Green also changed with the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side.
Nicely played onto the fairway here at the second hole. Looking at 130 yards now for the second shot. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Even par currently.
With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though. That hazard down the right side protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee.
Playing it point to point, fairway off the tee, fairway on the second shot, and now a really good angle to attack. And now the second shot here at this par 5.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Just misses. But you hate to miss from that distance. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, what kind of shot is required here at the par 3 fourth?
A little drop shot par 3 down the hill in today's standards because it's under 200 yards. Series of 3 tee boxes, so plenty to choose from there. The entry into the green is well protected now by the 2 bunkers, one in the center and one on the right front of this green.
On the green in regulation. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilt slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale. Second shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. This is a 16-footer. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
This putt for par. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Par 4 6, then Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, he's hitting it right and he's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard. Looks like it's heading for the bunker.
That one is in the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Given the situation, Rich, being so tight at the top, very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. I'll tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. This is a good hole, Frank, the par 4 8th.